Peace Collective. What is going on? Welcome to the channel. My name is Milan. I am an intuitive tarot reader. If you guys are new here to this channel, welcome. If you guys are returning, welcome back. It means the world to me each and every single time you guys join. Thank you times 1,000 for being here and for deciding to spend your time and your energy here with me in these readings. As you guys know, this is going to be another general collective reading. However, as you can tell by the title, we are going to get into a deep dive today. If you guys are interested in readings that have to do with entertainment, the music industry, pop culture, and things like that, make sure you guys definitely check out the playlist I have curated on my channel with readings that revolve around topics such as those, okay? It's called the Deep Dive series. Again, it's a playlist I already have made on my channel. As you can tell by the title, we are going to tap into the energy between Rihanna and Beyonce today. I could not wait to get home and get into this reading. It's been sitting on my spirit for the last couple of days now. I just haven't had the time to sit down and record this reading. So I just wanted to jump right into this and see what's going on between these two. Just energetically, I feel like these two ladies have not necessarily gotten along the greatest, okay? The common denominator between the two of them is Jay-Z, Rock Nation, okay? We know Rihanna was under Rock Nation, releasing her music through them. Her and Jay-Z had a very, very tight relationship back in the day. I'm not 100% sure where the relationship stands now, but I still feel like between Rihanna and Beyonce, like two of the biggest, pop stars on the planet, I don't think they've ever even done a record, done music together, anything like that. But I just feel like there's something weird in the energy between these two, and I don't know what it is. But for some reason, I just feel like it's revolving around the common denominator here, the Sagittarius man, right? Jay-Z. But let's get right into this, okay? If you guys, want to get into the comments, please let me know what you know. I don't follow either of these ladies too heavily, so this is not a stan page, it's not a fan page, none of that. When you guys get into the comments, all I ask is that you please keep it respectful, okay? We do not know these people from a dry can of paint, so it is not personal, okay? Please just take what resonates with you and what makes sense to you in this reading and just leave the rest, guys. Again, if you're going to get in the comments, just keep it respectful if you can help it. All right. We're going to start with a couple of oracle cards, and then we'll dive into the tarot a little bit later to clarify. So I have the Queen of Cups. That's going to represent Rihanna, being that she's a Pisces. And then I have the Queen of Pentacles out from the same deck, which is going to represent B, okay, being that she is a Virgo. And then I'm going to use two different tarot decks for each of these ladies, just in case some of the same cards need to come out and be repeated throughout the reading. So let's get right into this. And I definitely made sure to sage and cleanse. I've got an incense going right now. I said a short prayer before I got into this because I already just intuitively feel like it's going to get a little messy. And Beyonce, I feel like she'd be dipping and dabbling into things spiritually that I don't necessarily want lingering in my space. So definitely had to make sure I cleansed the energy out before we got started. So if somebody wants, you're more than welcome to timestamp the reading. You can make it for 4 minutes. Okay, so again, we're going to start with an oracle portion. We'll start with Rihanna's side of things, okay? And when I pull cards, this is going to be how she is viewing Beyonce, how she feels regarding Beyonce. What does she see? What is her POV when it's coming to Beyonce? And we'll do the same thing for B in relation to Rihanna. And we'll kind of alternate throughout the reading, all right? So let's get this started. Spirit, please give us some clear and concise messages. How is Rihanna feeling about or viewing Beyonce at this time? Thank you. How does Rihanna feel in regards to Beyonce? Or how is she viewing Beyonce at this time, Spirit? Thank you. Already, the snake? Why is this the first card out? Okay. And again, guys, just to make sure that you understand how I'm reading the energy. When cards are coming out on Rihanna's end, this is her perspective, how she looks at or how she's viewing Beyonce. Okay, so we have the snake. It says competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. So I it's so weird because before I even came home and sat down and cleansed the energy, did my little prayer, I was like, I just feel like the energy between these two is just not that great. I don't think they really are that close. I don't think they get friendly or buddy at all. And the fact that the first card coming out is the snake is very interesting. Okay, she could view her as somebody who, first of all, I'm hearing the word gatekeeper. Okay, Beyonce is probably one of the most influential and powerful women in the world, not even just with music, but just overall in general. Okay, and Rihanna knows that. And it's crazy too because Rihanna is a very powerful force in her own right, okay, as well. So these are very two major powerhouses. But she could be viewing Beyonce or feel as though, you know, she's someone that she competes with as far as the sales, music, okay? Maybe even getting into like the world of fashion and things like that, right? Getting next to the higher ups, okay? She could view her as somebody who is very like particular about how she does things, okay? Virgos can be very observant, very analytical, very particular about how they do things and why they do those things, okay? And then this card specifically says the other woman. So again, the common denominator between these two just happens to be Jay-Z. And obviously, you know, we know Beyonce is the wife, but Rihanna's been in the industry almost just as long as Beyonce's been solo. I believe Rihanna's debut was like 2005, 2006 maybe. Okay, so she came around not that far after Beyonce had went solo. Okay, and I do feel like there is some kind of competition between these two when it comes to the common denominator, again, being Jay-Z. Okay, let's see. Let's get into this. But yeah, definitely very much she could view her as somebody who maybe moves in very sneaky, meticulous ways behind the scenes. Obviously, you know, not beknownst to us, the public, but when it comes to things going on behind the scenes, okay, there may have been, well, and again, this is not how I feel. You guys, I'm channeling the energy right now. She could view Beyonce as somebody who may have even stifled certain opportunities for her in a way, okay? And this could have been energy related to back in the day before Rihanna has become this powerhouse that she is now, okay? Let's see. This card says addiction. Interesting. It says codependent, obsession, possession, wow, controlling, has a block, restraint. So didn't I just say that she could be viewing Beyonce as somebody who could have possibly stifled certain opportunities for her? Because this card literally says has a block. Okay, so she's viewing her as somebody who may even possibly like a little bit, I don't want to use the word obsessed, even though it says it on this card. But I think there's this energy around Beyonce where, you know, and granted, she's extremely beautiful, extremely talented. She's, you know, one of the best entertainers that we have alive to this day, right? But there's something about her and her energy that I'm picking up where it's like she's a perfectionist. It's like if she's not number one, nobody else can be number one. Okay? Or if I'm going to be number one and somebody's going to be riding up my coattail, in this case, a Rihanna, right? As far as, again, the money they make, the amount of sales, the you know, the enormous fan base. It's like Rihanna could be viewing Beyonce as somebody who always has to be number one. She can't be second to anybody else, okay? So she may view Beyonce as someone who's like a little bit obsessed with, you know, being the top of the totem pole, and no one else can stand on that totem pole next to her, near her, or even close. Okay, this card says controlling, codependent, restraint. Okay, she may view her as somebody who's a little like codependent, maybe on her relationship with Jay-Z, even though, you know, personally, I don't agree with that, okay? I'm channeling, guys. I really think that Beyonce has helped Jay-Z, if anything, okay, with his career and, you know, getting that look, you know what I mean, that power couple look. Beyonce elevated Jay-Z to a whole nother level. If anything, they probably elevated each other, but you get what I'm saying, right? I don't think Jay-Z would be as relevant as he is now if it really weren't for his connection to Beyonce, whatever. But being that Rihanna's been around for a long time, you know, at least in these spaces between Beyonce and Jay, right? The people behind the scenes, she could be viewing her from a totally different aspect than what we in the public are viewing her as, okay? Very controlling, somebody who, you know, plays chess and not checkers behind the scenes. And again, just she could be viewing Beyonce as somebody who's, you know, almost, I don't know why I'm hearing the word sick. Like when somebody is sick, like they're overly thinking about something or overly, you know, it's like she's sick about, you know, Rihanna being even anywhere near her. Again, money wise, fashion wise, beauty, all of that, fan base, you know. She could be viewing Beyonce as someone who just can't stand it, you know. But I think it has to do something with, again, like a little bit more than just music, sales, all of that. Perfumes, makeup. You got the hair care line that they're both doing now, that they release pretty much one behind another. So I don't, at least from what I'm channeling right now on Rihanna's energy, I really feel as though Rihanna feels like or is viewing Beyonce as somebody who doesn't mind, you know, kind of trying to overstep what Rihanna is doing. Okay, does that make sense, guys? So say, for example, you're Rihanna, right? And you're seeing someone else do the same things you're trying to do, right? Or get in the same lane as you, trying to overstep what the hell you're doing or overshadow what it is that you're doing. That's basically what I'm getting here. Okay? And again, guys, please, if you're gonna get in the comments, please keep it respectful. This is not personally how I feel whatsoever. I'm literally channeling. Like when I'm channeling, sometimes I'll hear words and phrases and songs that I've never even heard in my life. So please don't shoot the messenger, okay? But we're gonna hop on over to Beyonce real quick as far as the oracle portion goes, and then we'll jump back to Rihanna in a minute. Spirit, please give me some clear and concise messages. How does Beyonce view or feel in regards to Rihanna at this time? Spirit, thank you. The Sword and the Rose. Okay. So this card says clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. Okay, so she could, already I feel like she could be viewing Rihanna as somebody who is very sharp, like a very sharp shooter, someone who, you know, doesn't necessarily hold back or hold their tongue. Okay, this is giving me like Queen of Swords vibes, someone who will tell it how it is. Okay, force, honor, protection, and power. So this is Beyonce acknowledging that Rihanna is a very powerful force to be reckoned with in the industry as well. Okay, maybe not as powerful as Beyonce, right? In certain aspects, but she is still a powerhouse in her own right. So I'm picking up that she is acknowledging that. Okay, clarity, truth, the revelation. Maybe Rihanna, like, they could have had a conversation or two a couple of times. Doesn't really seem like they've never spoken before, but it just seems very sharp, very to the point, you know, like, you know, I don't fuck with you like that, you don't fuck with me like that, let's just keep it business. Again, very short, sweet, and to the point. Say what you have to say, and that's it. Okay, this is not giving me very like warm, welcoming energy at all. It's interesting because when I did the reading between Beyonce and Megan Thee Stallion, Beyonce was the same way with Megan, like very business oriented, you know, very stoic, no warm emotions, just, you know, say what you have to say and that's it, we're done here. You know, very cold, very stoic, okay? But she could be viewing, again, Rihanna as somebody who just keeps it very sharp, very straight to the point here. And I feel like there may have been a truth or something that Beyonce could have found out regarding Rihanna here or something. And that could be why she keeps her sword kind of high with her in a way. Okay, but let's continue. She just can be viewing her as somebody who's very protected as well. Okay, protected by the industry. So whatever these power plays or blockages that Beyonce could have tried to put over Rihanna over the years. I'm not just saying like right now, but over the last 15 years or so, if you know, not more than that at this point. I feel like some of those power plays almost didn't work. Okay, so it's like she may have tried to like block, you know, her opportunities, but again, you gotta remember Rihanna is connected to her husband. So if Jay-Z says it's a go, it's gonna be a go, no matter what Beyonce is feeling or saying here. Okay, Rihanna was pretty much a walking dollar sign, is the energy that I'm getting. Okay, and Beyonce knew that. She knew that then, she knows that now. Okay, let's see. Let me get one more for her really quick. Why is this here? How is Beyonce viewing Rihanna at this time? Thank you. She views her as woman who's very strong, you know, very strong and very confident is the energy that I'm getting, okay? You have sunglasses here that fell out. It says watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, and focusing out. These sunglasses are completely blacked out though, so you can't see anything through them. She could be viewing Rihanna as somebody who, you know, keeps things very under wraps. You don't always know what she's up to until it happens, you know. When you're looking at somebody in front of their face, they're wearing sunglasses, you can't see their eyes until they take them off, right? So you may not really fully know what their expression could be like, what their soul is telling you, or what their soul is feeling, because you can't see their eyes, right? But Beyonce could be viewing her as somebody who, you know, could possibly keep tabs on what Beyonce is doing as well. It seems like a very mirrored energy. Like, I'm going to watch what you do, or you watch what I do, just so we can keep up. And it's like cat and mouse. You know, again, this energy of like trying to overshadow or overpower one another here. Okay? But it's interesting. I really feel like this is more so Beyonce being like the watcher than it is Rihanna. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. Okay, because I'm these sunglasses are like facing toward the Queen of Cups here, at least how I have it laid out on the table. So I feel like Beyonce is the one who kind of like sits back and watches from a distance in a way. We wouldn't know that because she's not going to publicly just go out there and you know, tell us her issues with people in the industry. She's not like that. You know what I mean? She's very minimal when it comes to the internet presence and the blogs and all that stuff. You know, she keeps her things very under wrap. She's probably one of the most like mysterious celebrities. We don't always know what the hell is going on with her. You know, like maybe a Megan Thee Stallion or a Cardi B, right? We get invited to the damn group chat when we don't ask to be. You know, we don't know what Rihanna and Beyonce's group chat looks like. They're very private. Okay, but I feel like Beyonce definitely keeps tabs on Rihanna to see what she's doing next, or again, to try to like placate or overshadow what she's doing here. But in the same breath, again, since I am, you know, reading the cards as how she's viewing Rihanna at this time, she could be viewing Rihanna as somebody who you may sit back and watch what she's doing. They both feel the same way about each other in that regard. Okay, I almost get like this inflated ego about Beyonce in a way. It's like, well, I'm Beyonce. Of course she follows what I do, or she wants to emulate me. Like, what new artist doesn't want to emulate me? I'm Beyonce. You know, which she has every right to. So don't get me wrong. You know, she's not God or whatever, but she's a powerhouse and she's extremely talented. So, you know, and we've clearly seen that she's a pretty solid businesswoman as well. So it just kind of comes off as like an inflated ego, like because I'm Beyonce, everybody would want to be like me. But in hindsight, it's really like Rihanna is not. I'm not seeing that. I really feel like Rihanna just minds her own business and is kind of like the quiet girl in the corner. It's like, you know, like do you and I'm gonna do me over here. It's like Rihanna doesn't really care for real, and Beyonce may care a little too much. Does that make sense, guys? is the energy that I'm getting. I'm gonna get one more oracle deck really fast. I'm gonna hop back over to Rihanna real quick and see what else comes out for her. What is she? How is she viewing Beyonce at this time, Spirit? Thank you. How does she view Beyonce at this time? Thank you. Okay. Third wheel. Wow. Who is the common denominator? The third person that's common between the two of them, right? Jay-Z. So third wheel. The number 37 is on top. I believe Rihanna is turning 37 on her next birthday in February. I'm pretty sure she's 36 now. So 37 is here. I'm pretty sure that's, her next birthday. But third wheel, it says enemy, distrust, and flirtatiousness. Wow, okay, this is the second card I'm seeing that has the word enemy on it. She does not fuck with her like that at all. I think she kind of holds on to something here that occurred in the past because, again, Rihanna's been around for a long time. I don't think people really put that into perspective all the time when they think about Rihanna. She hasn't always been a powerhouse the way she is now, right? But she's been around since at least 2005. Almost 20 years, okay? I believe Beyonce went solo when, 2003, 2004? So they kind of always have ridden each other's coattails in a way. But with this third wheel energy here, she may not trust Beyonce for real. And there's this vibe here that I keep getting with Jay-Z's energy. It's like they both were messing with the same guy or something like that. And, we know Beyonce was not married to Jay-Z back in 2005, 2006, 2007. They were around each other, right? Dating, but they weren't as serious and they weren't married. There were no kids involved. So I get this vibe where, Jay-Z was a lot more reckless with his energy back in those days. Okay. So third wheel, she doesn't really trust her. She could view her as somebody who gets in the way of things, maybe even, again, opportunities that may have been presented to her in the past. You got Beyonce getting in the way because, again, I'm Beyonce. You can't be on my totem pole next to me, anywhere near me, none of that. Okay? Very interesting. I'm going to hop on over back to Beyonce real quick with this deck, and then we'll get into the tarot, okay? How is Beyonce viewing or feeling about Rihanna, Holy Spirit? Thank you. How does Beyonce view Rihanna? Loss and protest. Interesting, okay? This protest card, it says inadequacy, sue, inattention. Endorsement. Wow, number 51. Okay, protest. It's like these people are angry on this card. And it's a little hard to see through the camera, but looks like, when you're having a protest, it's because you're speaking up against something, right? These people look very disgruntled. They look angry. They look upset. She could have tried to really, again, stifle things for her in the past and ruin opportunities for her or try to stunt her growth. Okay, but I have a card here that says loss. The number 13 is on top of this card. It says bereavement, sorrow, and damage. Yeah, so she feels like if Rihanna would have, is getting too big or doing this or doing that, she's gotten so close to Jay-Z, who again, was connected to Beyonce this entire time. She could have been viewing her as somebody that could have potentially, okay, guys, obviously we know Beyonce is in a totally different stratosphere now, right? But at the time, she could have been viewing her as somebody who could have taken her spot or taken her place. Think of it like this. I'm picking up Aaliyah's energy. Okay, we know Aaliyah, unfortunately passed away. Before she passed away, she was like the it pop R&B girl, very young, very beautiful, had a lot of energy, up and coming. Suddenly passes away, and now the torch has been passed to Beyonce at that point, right? Again, another connection between Beyonce and Aaliyah is who? Jay-Z. So I really feel like, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, if Aaliyah was still alive, I really don't think that Beyonce would have been at the place that she is now. And that does not, please don't get in the comments trying to shoot the messenger. It doesn't take away from the talent and the empire that she has built, obviously, okay? It's not to diminish any kind of talent that she was obviously born and gifted with, right? But Aaliyah was a powerhouse in her own right as well, okay? She had a lot more to do, a lot more to go. is she was connected to Jay-Z and Dame Dash. You know, she really was doing big things. And Beyonce wasn't necessarily a singles artist yet at that point. She didn't become a solo artist until after Aaliyah passed away. Okay, so she could be viewing Rihanna as somebody who could have possibly knocked her off the totem pole or taken that #1 pop girl R&B spot. Okay? Sorrow, damage. Like you could have, she's viewing her as somebody who could have potentially done damage to her career. Okay? Wow, very interesting. Again, it's giving me like a very inflated ego here or something. Yeah, and then you have Rihanna over here viewing her as somebody who kind of gets in the way of things. Very interesting. Yeah, I'm going to jump into the tarot, guys. We're going to go back to Rihanna's portion and get some tarot and clarify a little bit further here, okay? Spirit, please give us some clear and concise messages regarding Rihanna and how she is viewing Beyonce at this time, or how she feels about Beyonce. Thank you. Two of Swords, Four of Wands. I think that was the Empress at the bottom. Look at who's at the bottom, guys. You got this King of Wands, that Aries, Leo, Sagittarius man at the bottom, okay? And you see he's the one who presented the offer to her, right? The deal with this Knight of Pentacles here. Okay, so he's showing up already, but let's see. Yeah, the Empress, the Four of Wands. Okay, this is giving me happy wife, happy life. Someone that has, you know, the bag, they're on top, they're in control, they're in power with this Empress energy, okay? Then you have the Four of Wands, that's a stable marriage, domesticated matters. It's also can talk about reunions, celebrations, okay? And then you have the Two of Swords here, indecision, kind of being at a stalemate. Should I go left, right, up, down, okay? That's also kind of the energy of keeping the rose-colored goggles on. Wow. You guys, oh my God, I'm channeling, so please don't mind me if I take a minute to try to clarify what I'm hearing, but I'm literally hearing like, and Rihanna's like her little accent, like, girl, you don't know who has your man, like you don't know who's with your man or whatever. Like I'm literally like seeing her clown Beyonce in a way. That's so mean. It's like like, girl, like, you know your man. Yeah, it's like she's viewing her as somebody, okay, as who's got the blindfold on. They're not seeing things for what they are. She could be viewing Beyonce as somebody who, like, kind of like maybe lives in La La Land regarding her relationship or her marriage or something. Wow. I wish I wasn't hearing that, but I am, okay? Two of Swords is the energy of like, listen, you need to take the rose-colored goggles off and see something for what it is. And that way you can make better decisions, okay? That's also energy of blockage, okay? Maybe cutting off communication here. So she's viewing her as somebody who doesn't necessarily talk to her for real. You know, it's like, again, not very warm. It's not very inviting, okay? She could also view her as somebody who maybe allows their emotions to get in the way or cloud their judgment. The reason why I'm saying that is because the moon is here, then you've got the ocean behind the woman in this Two of Swords. The moon and then the ocean can represent emotions. So she could view her as somebody who just kind of allows her emotions to get in the way and, again, cloud her judgment or something like that, or not allow her to make solid decisions or something, at least when it comes to, you know, the person that she's in a relationship with, as we know, again, is Jay-Z, right? Just in general, though, the Empress is like someone who calls the shot, someone who makes things happen, all right? She can be viewing her, again, as someone who is, again, like a gatekeeper almost here. You know, this Four of Wands, I feel like maybe she has tried to get on a good accord with Beyonce, but it just never worked. It's Beyonce being very closed off, very detached, not wanting to see or deal with it for real. Okay? There could have been a point in time in the past where, again, Rihanna is viewing Beyonce as somebody who's not seeing something for what it is, not seeing the truth for what it is, especially with this third wheel. It's like, girl, I'm messing with your man, and it's like, you don't even know it. Is literally the energy that I'm getting, okay? Wow, very interesting. Let's see. Why is this here? How else is she viewing Beyonce at this time? Thank you. Ooh, Five of Pentacles. Wow, interesting. And then the King of Pentacles. Okay. So yeah, Four Cups, King of Pentacles here. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Then you have the Four Cups with Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And again, Earth energy with this Five of Pentacles. Very interesting. Yeah, she can be viewing her again as somebody who, you know, doesn't want to talk, is not interested, very indifferent, you know, like somebody who you offer an olive branch to them and they don't want to hear it, they don't want to take it. You go to shake somebody's hand, they don't shake your hand back. Okay, the hoodie on the girl literally says over it. You know, that's like ignoring phone calls, ignoring text messages. Okay, maybe being very bored, you know, maybe even like having like some kind of apathy towards somebody or a situation here. So yeah, she's simply viewing her as somebody who just doesn't want to deal or, you know, is not interested in building a relationship or friendship at all. Even if it meant they could make a lot of money together, collaborating in one way, shape, or form, Beyonce is not having it, like, at all. Okay. Five of Pentacles here. This is feeling very left out in the cold, very detached. Again, she views her as somebody who's emotionally detached here. And it's as if, you know, Beyonce comes off. Okay, and again, this is not me personally feeling like this. Rihanna, she could be viewing Beyonce as somebody who doesn't necessarily like, how do I say this? She's just not like emotionally available to her, like, at all. This is very, you know, like, stay over there, left out in the cold. I want nothing to do with you. Move, get out. I want you to leave my energy, you know? And then this King of Pentacles, again, it's a very particular person, very strategic. You know, they're very analytical, very observant. They don't necessarily take unnecessary risk, okay? But that is also somebody who is very established for the most part. Someone doesn't necessarily need or want for anything, right? Someone who's very stubborn as well, very stubborn. Again, it's like Beyonce, she's like, I'm hearing immovable force. She's like a mountain, you know? And I keep hearing like this exchange in my mind where it's like, you know, Rihanna could be feeling like, girl, like, you have all the money, you have all the resources, you have beautiful children, you have a husband. Like, why do you act so un you know uninviting, or why do you act so mean? Why do you act so, you know, just detached from everything? Is the energy that I'm picking up here. Okay. And she could definitely be viewing her again as someone who makes power plays, power moves behind the scenes here. Okay, especially with this Empress card. It's like, if Beyonce says it's not happening, then it's not happening. And I feel like Rihanna has kind of, you know, been on the brunt of that. But being that, again, she kind of caught the attention of Jay-Z here, it's like, you know, Beyonce could not be okay with something, but Jay-Z kind of overpowers that, overrides that. You know, like, fuck how she feels. You're my dollar sign. You're my money maker right now. So we're going to do what the hell we need to do. But, you know, even if it had to do with business, again, in collaboration, working together, even if there was like $10 million on the line, Beyonce's not having it. Nope, she doesn't want nothing to do with her, for real. And it really is unfortunate because it doesn't really feel like Rihanna did anything bad or mean or, you know, to her in a way. I'm hearing check your man. That's literally what I just heard. Check your man. Like, this is not her fault, Beyonce, okay? You need to check that man that you're with. That's the problem here. You know, Two of Swords, Five of Pentacles, definitely viewing Beyonce as somebody who has blocked them out. They want nothing to do with them, and they're, you know, very emotionally detached here. I don't want to say this, but she could be viewing her also as somebody who could be walking away from this marriage that she's in. Okay, this Five of Pentacles and then the King of Pentacles, 9 times out of 10, the King or the Queen of Pentacles is a wife or a husband, just in general. It doesn't matter what their sign is, but 9 times out of 10, you see that card, or a King of Cups, Queen of Cups, they're probably married or in a relationship. Five of Pentacles here, they're walking away from the King. She could be viewing Beyonce as somebody who's about to walk away from Jay-Z. You know, allegedly, okay, I don't know if they're breaking up, getting a divorce or whatever, at least publicly. That's not what's being said, you know, to the general public, but it's what I'm picking up here. And then you have this Four of Wands, again, marriage, commitment, domesticated matters, a stable home life. I feel like Rihanna knows that there are things going on in the household that are not necessarily, you know, on the best, in the best energy, if that makes sense, guys. Okay, so she could see there's some type of disarray in the household. You know what I'm getting here too, guys? She could view Beyonce as someone who doesn't make as much money as her. Okay, with this Five of Pentacles, it's like, girl, you have a lot of money, but do you have as much as me? You know, and it's interesting because I don't really pick up that Rihanna is really like a very materialistic person or that type to like boast and be like, I have more money than you, more jewels, la la la. I don't really get that from her, but it kind of just seems like, well, it is what it is. Like, you know, you have that man, he's not treating you right. You got a lot going on. You want to leave. You're not happy. And I have more money than you, and you don't like me. That's literally what I'm feeling. Okay? I think that might be true, though. You guys can put it in the comments if you know. I might just look it up later, but I really do think that Rihanna is like a little more affluent money-wise than Beyonce. Not to say she's more decorated or more awarded or even more talented than Beyonce, but Rihanna, you know, is a billionaire in her own right, with or without A$AP Rocky. Beyonce is a billionaire because of her and Jay-Z being together, being married. Beyonce is not a billionaire on her own. Okay, so we have to keep that in mind. That could be why this energy is coming out. You know, Rihanna is going to be a billionaire with or without A$AP Rocky, with or without the kids. You know what I'm saying? So there could be like a little bit of animosity there too, because of, you know, who makes more money or who's more popular to the general public here. You know what I'm saying? She could be seeing Beyonce as someone who's losing her footing with the general public, is the vibe that I'm getting. You know, people aren't really fucking with it the same that they were 15 years ago, or around Lemonade time, or when B-Day came out. You know what I'm saying? Crazy in Love, all that time. It's not the same. Okay? Let's hop on over to Beyonce real quick. This reading is a little bit longer than I thought it was gonna be, but it's getting somewhere. So Beyonce, where are you at with it? Please give us some clear and concise messages how she is feeling regarding Rihanna at this time. You know what? I'm going to use another deck, matter of factly. I'm going to switch the deck really quick, just in case some of the same cards need to show face again, guys, okay? How does Beyonce view, or how is she feeling towards Rihanna at this time? How does she view Rihanna? Thank you. Ooh, Ace of Cups. Wow. What is this? Three of Cups. Look at this at the bottom. Third party energy, you know, gosh, somebody who may have, you know, messed with her man or something like that. Okay. I feel like that's been an ongoing rumor for a very long time, but it's very loud in this reading. Okay, then you have the Emperor and the Ace of Cups here. Okay, Emperor, Aries energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio with the Ace of Cups. And it's very interesting, you guys. You noticed how the Empress was the first card out, right, regarding Rihanna, how she feels about Beyonce. You have Beyonce doing Rihanna as an emperor, okay? Same energy, it's just one is more masculine and the other is more feminine, okay? I was getting that, like a very stoic energy. It's not very warm, it's not very inviting, it's not welcoming, it's very stoic between the two of them, like business is business, we're not friends, none of that. Okay, she could view Rihanna, again, as a powerhouse in her own right, a boss in her own right, you know, someone who is very well decorated, very well liked, obviously by the general public, right? Someone who here is very established. And then you have this Ace of Cups here. She'd be viewing her as somebody who, you know, is wrapped up in a lot of love and emotions, not just the general public, but by her husband or her baby father. Okay, ASAP Rocky. I don't think they're like legally married, but they are in a very stable commitment. They've been together for a while now. Okay, what else is here? The Judgment card. Okay, this can talk about spiritual awakenings, realizations, having an epiphany or something like that. This can also talk about forgiveness and reconciliation. So I think I already said that. Like, it seems as though Rihanna may have tried to like extend the olive branch, but Beyonce is coming up as like, girl, no, like, I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to talk. We're not friends, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this basically is confirming that. Beyonce is viewing Rihanna as somebody who may have come in and tried to heal something here, have some type of reconciliation, extend the olive branch, you know, be a little nice, try to, you know, give an opportunity or an offer here of some type of like emotional exchange or some type of like deeper conversation here. And I just don't think it was happening. Like, she didn't want it. Okay. She could be viewing her as somebody who is like living divinely in their purpose right now, or this is very interesting. And the Judgment card, you know, that's like, again, divine purpose or something you're supposed to be doing, you know, or having an awakening to what your purpose is. I'm going to get a little more on this. If I'm stumped on something, guys, or something is not coming through clearly, I'm not going to just say anything and make some shit up. I'm just going to go a little further and see what else comes out. But yeah, she's viewing Rihanna as someone who has tried to, you know, make amends or make some type of peace here or something. Why is this here? What is the problem between the two of them? Why doesn't she want to mend the relationship with Rihanna? Why not? What's the problem between the two of them? Eight of Cups, the Hangman, and the Five of Cups. Wow. Okay. Eight of Cups, the Five of Cups, sadness, disappointment, regret about something here. And then you have the Eight of Cups, walking away, not being emotionally fulfilled, following your intuition here. And then you have the Hangman, another like spiritual awakening card, having a realization, sacrifice. Oh. Now I've got three major arcanas over here already, so I feel like, again, there's a lot of water here. It's like Beyonce really gets in her feelings when it comes to Rihanna, though. It's very strange. This Five of Cups and the Six of Cups, that's something that's related to the past here. Wow, okay, I just had a download, guys. This Emperor here, this could also possibly represent, again, the common denominator here between the two of them, Jay-Z. I feel like Beyonce is viewing Rihanna as somebody who could have taken her man. Okay, this Eight of Cups is walking away from something, right? And then walking toward this Emperor here. She could be viewing her as somebody who could have taken her man or taken her spot, taken her place, potentially, allegedly. You know? Or she could be viewing this as, you know, Jay-Z, like walking away from her to deal with Rihanna or something. And she may be viewing Rihanna as somebody who may kind of feel bad about it, or almost like kind of in regret about what happened in the past. You know, maybe, I don't want to like just go out and say that, but allegedly, maybe Rihanna, you know, got a little too deep with Jay back in the day here. And she could be viewing Rihanna as someone who feels bad about it or is a little disappointed about how things went in the past. And that could be why Rihanna may have tried to extend that olive branch. Again, tried to get some type of reconciliation here, extend an offer. But it just wasn't happening, okay? The Hangman can represent stagnation, something being stuck. or needing to be released or let go. Okay, if not that, then that's like, you know, changing your perspective on something here. I think maybe at one point, you know, she may have really saw it for her and like, you know, oh, you're so talented, you're so good, you know, you're very beautiful, blah, 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 you know. But at some point, it's like her perspective changed about Rihanna here is the vibe that I'm getting. Okay, and again, this could have to do with some type of emotional exchange with this emperor. Okay, this masculine energy that's involved between the two of them. Okay, again, there's a lot of cups here, a lot of emotional energy. This Ace of Cups is like an offer of love, romance, okay? She could definitely be viewing Rihanna as somebody who, you know, again, could have like potentially taken her place or taken her spot. She could be viewing her as somebody also who is, again, very sharp, very straight to the point, very business oriented here. Someone who really keeps it real. Okay, because again, I had a card that came out that said clarity, truth, revelation. Someone who's very powerful. So there's like a mutual respect here for her, but it's not a personable like at all. You know how you can respect somebody, but you maybe don't really like them like that? You know, like I respect what you do. I respect that you're talented. I respect that you're a great business person, but I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? I don't like you personally. We're not friends. You know what I'm saying? Wow. I'm getting like this very strange energy of like disdain. Just, I don't know. But something happened here. It wasn't like that at first. It really wasn't like that at first. But something happened here where it kind of may have left Beyonce kind of sad and hurt, upset, disappointed, you know? Let's see, why else is this here? How else is she viewing Rihanna? Spirit, thank you. How does she view or feel about Rihanna? You know, walking up. Oh, wow, look, the Six of Cups ended up coming out anyway. There's a lot of emotion here, a lot of water. I already said that earlier. Like, Rihanna could view Beyonce as someone who will allow her emotions to get in the way sometimes. You know, the Six of Cups. Why is this here? Okay. Seven of Cups. Oh, my God. What is all of this? Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, Beyonce feels like their common denominator, again, the Emperor, the Sagittarius man, it's like you weren't supposed to be in this position you are in right now, Rihanna. Like, she could be viewing her as somebody who's like living in a fantasy, or like, you know, this is an illusion. Things weren't supposed to be this way for you. You know, you were the girl from a foreign island who just came here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this is assistance, financial help, unearned income, unearned opportunities. This is like charity work with this Six of Pentacles, okay? Yeah, Knight of Swords. Look at this, Four of Cups showing up again. It's like she's frustrated. She's angry in a way with this Knight of Swords. Someone who doesn't really have the nicest kind choice of words. They don't really have the nicest things to say. She could be viewing Rihanna as somebody who like kind of like rose to fame or stardom very quickly and it wasn't deserving. I don't feel like that personally, guys, okay? That's not me talking. I'm literally channeling here. Okay? Again, like viewing it as some type of like illusion. Like it's not real. This was given to you because you were with my husband. That's the only reason why you are showing up as emperor, empress. You know what I'm saying, guys? And this is all related to stuff in the past. All these cups, 5, 6, 7, 8, a procession here of numbers. So this is like, girl. Okay, she could be viewing her as somebody, maybe, you know, Rihanna smokes a lot, so Beyonce sees that. She's a heavy smoker, someone who likes to get inebriated, okay? Six of Cups is like nostalgia. She's definitely holding on to things from the past. Most definitely. Wow. This is very interesting. I almost feel kind of like disappointed myself. It's like, damn, like you are literally Beyonce. We have to understand these people are still humans. They still have feelings and emotions, no matter how like incognito they may be or may come across to us, or how detached from the internet they may seem. These people are still humans, okay? So that we still experience, maybe moments of insecurity, jealousy, envy. You know what I'm saying? Even if you are a Beyonce. And I'm seeing a lot of that right now. But I feel like it more has to do with not so much, again, the talent portion or the aspect of things, but the emotional aspect of things. Like I worked hard for this spot. This spot was given to you. That's really made how she could be feeling about her. And again, even on the Six of Cups, you see an older person giving a younger person a cup of flowers. It's like, you didn't deserve this. You didn't harvest these plants. You know what I'm saying? You didn't get your green thumb by working hard in the garden. Somebody gave you these flowers or gave you these opportunities. You didn't work hard for them, is the energy that I'm getting. It doesn't make it true, guys. It does not make that true. Rihanna's been around for a very long time, so she had to put some kind of work in. You know what I'm saying? So this is just how she's viewing the situation, how she's feeling in regards to Rihanna. Okay? Seven of Cups, somebody maybe who, again, kind of la la land, daydreaming, fantasizing, confusion, illusions, something that's not very clear. And maybe that's why her perspective on her changed a little bit. It's like, you didn't work hard for this. This was given to you because of your connection with my husband, and that's the only reason why you're at where you're at. And she may have had like some type of realization to that, or like some type of realization that maybe they were messing around or whatever, and that's where all this emotion is coming from. Again, they really could have. Rihanna's looking at it like, girl, we could have made money together, made deals, collaborations, but you're letting your feelings get in the way, that you detach, that you're not thinking about the money. You're not thinking about the back end of things. You know what I mean, guys? So Rihanna is like, you're blocking me out and blocking out your own potential to make a lot of money together because you're in your feelings about shit that happened in the past, Oh, that's messy. I'm gonna get a couple more for Rihanna too. How else is she viewing Beyonce at this time, Spirit? Thank you. The Star. How is she viewing Beyonce at this time? Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, look, Ace of Cups again. Wow. Page of Swords. So is she viewing Beyonce as somebody who watches her? I said that earlier, guys. Like, I wasn't really getting so much Rihanna being like the watcher and the stalker, trying to keep tabs on what they're doing, their accomplishments. This is giving me Rihanna is viewing Beyonce as somebody who watches what they're doing, tries to overshadow or overstep their accomplishments and their wins here with this Ace of Cups, Wow, this is very interesting. But Nine of Pentacles and the Star here. Okay, so she's acknowledging that, yes, Beyonce is, very famous, very well loved, very recognized, obviously, right? You have somebody who's very affluent, but the fact that this Nine of Pentacles is here, this is a very singular energy, like somebody who's very independent. They don't really depend on anybody else for things. They have made their money. They're very affluent. They're very good at what they do. Okay, so she could be viewing, like, really Beyonce as somebody who's about to be single, like doing her own thing. Okay, these people in the industry, they know a lot more than we do in the general public. When we find things out through like the blogs and the media, it'd be like months later sometimes. It's not always very current. So these people that are already like, behind the scenes in the inner workings, they know things before we do. Okay, so there's something that she knows that we don't know about Beyonce. At least not yet, guys. At least not yet. Okay? Star card can also represent wish fulfillment, healing, restoration, reconciliation here. Okay, so again, Rihanna trying to extend the olive branch, reconcile, get on some kind of good accord here. You know, Rihanna, she could be feeling like, I'm damn near 40. We got to get over this shit that happened in the past. Let's move on. I have kids. You have kids. I got a man. You have your husband. Like, let's look past all of this. And then Beyonce is still coming up as the person who wants to be, you know, singular. I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to deal with him no more. Okay, again, the common denominator. Jay-Z, I don't want to fuck with him like that anymore. So she's giving me just like over and done with everything and everybody at this point, for real. Okay, and again, she be viewing her as somebody who has everything in the world. Like, you have everything, but it's like, you know, you're still not happy. You're still not satisfied with the way things are going in your life. It almost, I'm hearing the word ungrateful. And again, it doesn't make it true. This is just how she is viewing her. Okay? It's like you have everything in the world, but you still are very, you know, you're not nice. You're not warm. You don't, you know, you don't put on for other women, like, at all. You know, you don't want other people to win if it's not you, is the vibe that I'm getting here with this. You know, again, like a mutual respect of how far they both come and what they've done with their lives, business wise or whatever. But it's like, it's not friendly at all. Okay. I'm gonna get a couple more of these. Six of Swords. Ace of Pentacles, yeah. Ten of Swords, yeah. She's viewing Beyonce as somebody who has kind of like really put the final nail in the coffin and has just created distance, walking away. Okay, she be viewing Beyonce as somebody who's just really going through it right now in a way. Three of Swords, yeah. Again, we try to like get in the way and deter other people from working with Rihanna. Okay, to try to like end her or, you know, keep her down and out. It's not giving me like hate train, you know, like what Nicki went through, paying blogs and stuff to keep her down and out. But it's just more of like a feeling that she has. And again, being that Rihanna was connected to Jay-Z, if Jay-Z says something, it's a go. Jay-Z didn't give a fuck about how Beyonce felt when it came to Rihanna, like, at all. Beyonce could have asked him to stop fucking with her. Can you stop doing that? Like, you're acting like a single man out here when you're not. Like, you need to create distance from her. And Jay-Z was like, no, she's my money maker. You know, she's about to be the next big thing, and I'm keeping her around. Not to mention Rihanna was very beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So, and she's younger than Beyonce. So, you know, there's a few things here that Beyonce could have potentially felt a little insecure about. Okay, but it's getting me more so in connection to that man. You know, she's doing Beyonce again as someone who has created distance here. Again, here goes that olive branch, extending the opportunity here, extending an offer with this Ace of Pentacles, and she's not fucking with it, just walking away, you know? So very interesting. I'm going to close this out and get two more for Beyonce really quick, you guys. Let's see. She's going for Rihanna. Thank you. Seven of Swords. Yeah, it's like somebody you don't really trust. Okay, she doesn't really mess with her like that. She could be viewing Rihanna as somebody who may have done things behind her back. That could be why I saw that Ten of Swords. Okay, but what other betrayal would there have been when Rihanna was the new girl in the industry, right? She was really young. She got signed when she was like 16 years old. So what could Rihanna have done to step on your toes, right? Or to have gotten in your way if it didn't have to do with the man? Okay, Seven of Swords, someone you don't really trust, and the Six of Pentacles is showing up again. You know, like, this wasn't meant to be for you. You were given this. You didn't work hard. You didn't put the blood, sweat, and tears the way I did. You know, you were sneaking around, and this was an unearned income for you, unearned opportunities. You know, and that's how Beyonce is viewing the situation here with her. You know, and there's a lot of cups here showing up on her end, so, you know, more so an emotional thing. It really wasn't so much a business thing, you know? Why is this here? Yeah, Seven of Pentacles, Three of Swords. This time and energy spent on Rihanna, okay? really broke her heart. It upset her. She didn't like it. Okay, Three of Swords is heartbreak, separation. Again, third party energy here. Okay, and then the Seven of Pentacles with the Seven of Swords. You know, Seven of Pentacles is like you reap what you sow, and whatever efforts, whatever seeds you have been planting, you're gonna get the harvest back. Okay, and she just feels like Rihanna's harvest wasn't genuine. It was unearned. She feels as though she doesn't deserve it, essentially. Okay, again, I don't necessarily agree with that or feel that way personally, but these people are a lot more deeply enthralled with one another behind the scenes than we will ever know. Okay, and there's a lot of sevens here. I have 777 for Beyonce right now. Seven of Swords, Cups, and Pentacles. So she feels like her success here is like an illusion. It's something that, again, wasn't meant to be. But if it wasn't meant to be, then it wouldn't have happened at all, Beyonce. That's the thing. You know, blame again. If that's how you feel, you need to go talk to that man, okay? But she's still definitely holding on to things. She's holding on to this resentment and hurt from the past here, okay? And I feel like she just really hasn't let it go. Okay, Seven of Pentacles is a very patient, waiting energy. Something that takes a little while, takes a little long to produce or to come to light or to come to fruition. Okay. So she's been sitting on this animosity toward Rihanna for a very long time. A very long time. And I don't see her getting over it or letting it go. I don't know what Beyonce's birth chart is, but she must have some like Scorpio in her chart or something, because there's a lot of like, I feel very like vengeful or like holding a grudge and like never letting it go. Like you get on a Scorpio's bad side, like they will hold on to that shit for an eternity, and they will get their lick back when they see fit or when the time is right. They don't give a fuck if it's 10 years later. You know, and it's just like a very heavy disdain she has towards her because of things that happened in the past here, guys. And she just hasn't let it go or gotten over it. Meanwhile, you got Rihanna over here. She's moving on, moving past things, living her life, you know, making a lot of money. And she doesn't even like really pay it any mind for real. I feel like it's like, girl, I'm over that. You should be over it too. So it's like, again, I tried to put my best foot forward, but Beyonce wasn't having it. So very unfortunate, but you know, everybody's different and has their own ways of feeling about certain things, you know what I mean? So if this is something that she's holding on to, then go ahead, Beyonce. You know, you'll be Beyonce no matter what. So I guess it doesn't really matter for real, but hey, you know, it is what it is. But this was very interesting. I had a weird feeling getting into this reading, and it was a little all over the place, but it was a little long. I didn't mean to keep you guys here for this long, but I really, really do hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. Again, if you're gonna hop in the comments, just be respectful. Let me know what you know. I love to interact with you guys. But I'm gonna leave it here, okay? I hope you guys were able to take something away from this, or you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much for being here. It means the world every single time. Thank you so much. I love you guys so much, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.